Okay, finally. Welcome to episode 13 of The Drop. You see, we are in a different spot, or The Drop Podcast, I mean. This is where we play games and hang out, kind of a chill vibe. So last time I was trying to get the Pokemon Snorlax, I got it. But from the storm, I was struggling to record, and it actually blanked out, and I didn't really realize it until it was too late. So I'm just decided to re-record episode 13, and I'll actually just call this 12.5, which I won't release 12.5 on podcast form. So if you want to see it, you'd have to see it on YouTube. But basically what happened was, I don't know, like the internet just stopped working, and for some reason, I guess that makes the connection, I don't know. To be honest, I don't really know what happened. It just, not good things happened is what I know. But anyway, we are here now, recording, having a good time. So yeah, and just to catch up the podcast, since the podcast isn't gonna have 12.5. Last episode I was just, or 12.5, I was just kind of talking about I've been gone from doing this for a little while, but I'm back now 100%. Yeah, so I mean, and I also was talking about how I'm gonna do an episode every single day for this week, so that way I sort of catch up on last week where I missed out a lot because I was just so focused on my family that I had over, which I had a really, really great time. So I don't know, but this is the first live episode besides 12.5, infamous 12.5, that I've done in a while. So just good to be back. I actually feel like this is gonna be a better episode because I'm more energized. I just ate. Last episode I was right off work. I had taken a shower and then got right on. Yeah. Man, for work I've started to listen to podcasts. Actually, my headphones broke today. I was so upset. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to fix that and get more, because I cannot. I've gotten so what's the word I'm looking for? I've gotten so connected at work to my headphones. Like, working without your headphones is terrible. I would never do it. It's just like, after having that entertainment constantly, or like in your ears, it's hard to give it up. But I don't know. I guess I'm gonna have to either that or I'm going to look into I was thinking about some like AirPods or something, just because I think, whoops, that's not good. Just because AirPods are a better option. I think what happened to my other headphones is the wires got all messed up in them. Because like as I'm constantly moving throughout the day, they're getting pulled. And I don't really know, that's just a guess, but I think it makes sense. Yeah, so I mean, I was just worried about the wire, and so I was thinking, okay, well, if I take out the wire, then we'll get pulled. Then the downside of that is like I'm gonna have to charge the iPhone somehow. Either that, or I might have to get a new one. I don't know, because right now I'm trying to save up for real estate. I think I'm gonna get into what's called wholesale real estate, which, from my understanding, it's like I find a contract, and then I sell the contract to somebody, so I get the money. Somehow, I'm not too sure. I still have to look deeper into it, but that's kind of what it looks like from what I've done. Honestly, I'll probably look into it right after this. But that's kind of the next step, because this trip, as I was talking about in 12.5, like, or not this trip, but like having family and friends over, like, it kind of made me think, like, I'm a slave to my work, or to my job. I mean, I'm not like a slave, like, I have an option, like, I don't have to work, I choose to work, but from that choice, it's kind of a lose-win situation, because I get a paycheck, and it's a really nice paycheck, and I like having the paycheck, but at the same time, I sacrifice 8 hours of my day 5 times a week. It's basically like, here's an interesting question. Are you a slave still if you choose it? I don't know if I said that the best way. Are you, if you have the choice between freedom and not freedom, but if you choose not freedom, you have benefits, does that, how do I say this? Because the way I said it right then automatically assumes that you are sacrificing freedom. But I'm trying to ask the question of if you are sacrificing freedom by choosing to work, which you are sacrificing freedom, but does that make you enslaved to your job? Basically, I guess, like, if you're a slave and you walk up to a slave owner and you say, I choose for you to own me, does that make you a slave? Is basically sort of what I'm... Like, does the aspect of choice eliminate the ability to describe you as a slave? I don't know if that makes any sense the way I said it, but I don't know. If you get what I'm saying, that's an interesting question. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to think, because I guess what I would say is that, by the way, that was not cool how much that took damage. I guess what I would say is, I would say that, I want to think about this one. I don't feel like a slave. Actually, that's not true. I do feel like a slave. I feel like a slave, but I wouldn't say I'm a slave, because I'm not against my own will. And I feel like that is more so slavery, being against your own will. But I'm choosing to sacrifice. It's more of a sacrifice. You know what? It's more an investment. I feel like investment is the better term. Because I'm investing X amount of hours, 8 hours of my day. Actually, a little bit more. For a check. And it's just then deciding if that is worth it for me. Which is not, and that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, like I like making money and I like work, but I don't like feeling like I don't have a choice. And I think that's the problem with my job. I feel like I'm losing choice. For example, if they need us to stay overtime, we're supposed to stay overtime. Now, if you tell them like, I'm busy, I'm not gonna be able to, then they're gonna be cool. But still, like, it's mandatory that you have overtime, and I understand that. But nevertheless, like, my point is, I feel as though I'm losing choice, even though I do have a choice. It's just the choice I'm making is to receive a paycheck, which I don't think is a bad choice, and it's probably something that is necessary at this moment. But I'm just saying, like, that's why I'm pursuing real estate, because I feel like that's probably one of the best investments, especially long term. And I said because if you can get someone to rent out your space, I kind of feel like you are set. Like if someone rents out your property, basically, like, the whole idea is they're helping you pay back your debt. You know what I mean? But my thing is I don't really want to go into debt unless I know I have the money to eliminate my debt. And so that's kind of where I'm getting scared. But I'm sort of I'm trying to get into it with someone, and I actually have someone right now. But oh yeah, I was gonna tell you guys. But that's also why I'm getting into what is it called? That's also why I'm getting into the type of real estate that I am. Or wholesale real estate, because it's more so focused on the profit. And so I'm thinking, okay, if I can save up, or if I can make and then save up all this money, then I'll be able to purchase the home, all money from previous investments. You know what I mean? And then I always have the knowledge of how to do wholesale real estate. I think the biggest thing for me right now is just trying to make all the mistakes right now. Make all the mistakes early. So that in the future it won't be so risky, or it won't be as damaging. Because right now, I'm kind of embarrassed to say, but I'm still in my parents' home. I mean, not that, like, it hasn't even been a year since I've graduated, but it does, like, you know, it would be nice to not be dependent on my parents, but I'm going to try to milk that at least for the next 4 months. Try and make, like I said, make the mistakes, and get a move on with all that. But in the meantime, I'm chilling with this. And then even with this, I'm trying to, like, build, like, a subscription. I'm still trying to think. Like, I know I asked you guys, like, oh, what would be some content that you would, you know, think is worth paying for? But I don't know. I just not really sure what that could be, or how I would want to go about that, because I don't, like, I know I shouldn't, like, it's bad to think this way, but I do kind of feel bad selling something, because I feel like, in a way, like, I enjoy this, and this isn't, like, super strenuous, difficult work, so it's kind of like, I don't know. I mean, it's work that I put in, like, it's definitely stuff that I clock in hours on this stuff, but it's stuff that I enjoy, so I kind of feel like I'm cheating. I don't know. Like I said, though, like, I shouldn't, but it's hard, you know what I mean? I don't know, it's just hard. But soon enough, I'm gonna be free, and then once I'm free, Well, I was talking on infamous 12.5 about how I saw this TV show called Midnight Gospel, and I was very inspired by the whole premise of it. I liked how I liked the idea of just like traveling and interviewing whoever comes by, like, because basically like this character just goes places and sees things, and it's just, I don't know, it's inspiring because I was watching this and I was thinking like, this is what I want to do, you know what I mean? This is what I'm interested in too. And so it just, just got me thinking about, where am I and what could I be pursuing. Yeah, so I don't know, I just feel like right now the dream vision would be to be so financially free that I could buy like a mobile home or something, and just be, making money off of my computer, you know what I mean, while I'm traveling, interviewing people for my podcast. Now it'd be How About You, of course, and then, I would still be doing this, hopefully. Like, the ideal vision is, like, I'm making my music, I'm making, these episodes, I'm making, the How About You episodes, but those are obviously more serious, things. And then I'm making, just passive income on real estate, and also like just buying properties and securities, just so like I don't have to worry about losing money. And right now, like I am investing in the market like long term to collect the money, so I'm not worried about that aspect of anything. I'm just thoughts on my mind. I always sort of trying to stay focused on the task at hand. I figure like once I can quit my job, like that's the first mark. Quitting my job. Once I can quit my job, then it's on to the next step, which is being able to just explore everything, just explore the world, and then past that, just be with my family. Like I feel like the perfect ideal vision is to be with my family, and then of course like I'm still pursuing, in some kind of way, some kind of program where kids. But I feel like right now, I've sort of like let go of that, put it off into the distance. Where at first I was thinking like, oh, I need to do this now, but now I'm just kind of feeling like family is most important to me. Like I've sort of put that in front of everything else, and so I think that's just where my head is at. But everything changes, and we'll see. But right now, like, that's the plan. I want to do it quick. Like, I want to do it by 4 months. So if anyone knows how to get into real estate and get rich in 4 months, I'm with it. Because I'm also planning a trip soon, hopefully. So that's the plan. Trying to collect that moolah. Speaking of, I'm gonna start. So I talked to someone about how to make money off of your music, and he gave me some interesting information about like you can you can get like I think you go to some kind of service that does it for you, but that service will uh, create um, or that service will be able to like distribute your music and then get you paid per view or per listen. But it's like 0.0000 something like money, but still, I mean, money is money. Like, I'm not complaining about that. Um, a sec. So, yeah, so actually, I might look into that the next day. Oh, yeah. I wanted to tell you guys about, if you didn't listen to 12.5, so it was, kind of a disaster. I created a website, and on this website, there's this section, a section where you can donate. But most importantly for this, a section where you can sort of ask questions. And the purpose of that is actually specifically for this podcast, where I'll look at that. Basically, like, you don't have to put in like any information besides a question, and then I'll send it to my email, and then from that, I'll pick some and use that as like a topic, and answer some questions for this podcast, just as a way to connect with you guys, because that was more the intent of starting this podcast, to like connect with my audience. But I feel like it didn't go in that direction, just because I can't really see the comments as I'm playing this, but yeah, so I just figured, like, I'll just do it like before. And then also, like, the other benefit of going to my website is that on my website you can also see my I do like this daily blog thing now, where every single day I'm gonna release like what my goals of the day were, so that way you can stay even more like connected with me, because I'm trying to figure out how to just be transparent as possible. And I absolutely hate social media, so I unfortunately, even though I said I would do it more, I unfortunately have not really put that as a priority. So, but I actually find, like, I like going to my website more and just like uploading in the morning. And also, it kind of helps me wake up, because I'm not gonna lie, like, I wake up in the morning, I get up at 4, and I'm just out of it. Like, my head is not there. And so it helps to, open up my computers, get that blue light, however bad that might be for me. Type up a quick thing, and then go ahead and send it. So, I mean, that's just one way, like, you guys can see, what I'm doing, just so you get an idea of where I'm at with all of my stuff. And then 2, you'll be able to like, just see how I do things, and then sort of just get an idea, because as I said also in 12.5, your goals or your system of how you stay focused is 100% on you. Like, everyone's gonna do it differently, and everyone's gonna have like their own way that really works for them. There's no like one right way to do it. There's just the way that I do it, and like, my purpose is more just to spread the idea of, like, oh, you should focus on, or you should think about setting your goals. That's more like my intent, not necessarily like, oh, you should set your goals like this, because I'd be only hurting you, you know what I mean, if I was to do that. So, I mean, I was just Just saying. Yeah, I feel like I said that wrong, so I'm gonna give it a second shot. So what I was meaning to get out was that I don't know. I lost track. I don't even know what I was talking about. Oh yeah, goal setting and my blog. Okay, yeah. So my blog, the purpose was, to, or as to stay on topic of what I was trying to say before. I'm trying to just spread the idea, like focus on setting our goals, not telling you how to set the goals. You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean that's all. I'm not gonna lie, I lost track. I'm not really sure what I was talking about. But anyway, took care of that real quick. Now we're headed back to the place that I was before, the biking hill. Oh yeah, for those who are, now obviously this doesn't pertain to those watching on the podcast or listening on the podcast, but for those watching on YouTube, I'm sort of coming to the I mean, there's still a ways to go, but as far as like this Pokemon Let's Play goes, like I'm only gonna go till I get to. I'm only gonna go till what is it called? The Elite Four. I'm not gonna do like the Orange Island stuff because it's just irrelevant. So what games would you be interested in next? And it's easier to do more earlier games because I don't really have access, or I'm not really sure how to record other games, like more like if you were to ask me like pretty much like Nintendo 64 and up, I'm not really sure. So yeah, so that would be definitely a problem. But I mean, even if you do ask, like I would definitely look into it. You know what? You can also, in the section where I say ask me questions on my website, you can also go there and just like leave a note like, oh, I'd be interested in this. Like honestly, that's just a section, like say whatever you want. Yeah. I feel like I'm starting to. I just remember this game being just a little bit easier. Not gonna lie, because right now, like, all these people are sort of catching up with the level of my Pokemon. It's kind of weird. I feel like that's not how it usually goes. Oh man. Alright, well, guys. I think I'm gonna call it about there for the day. I had a little bonus episode today, 12.5. But this episode was episode 13, and this will be on the Drop podcast, or like recorded. What I'm trying to say is I'm gonna put it on Anchor.fm, which is what I use to release it. You know what I mean? So, until next time, I think I'm going to stop it right about. I'll head back up. Well, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you check out the podcast on. It's on Spotify and a few others. But really, like, if you're not listening on Spotify, then you're weird. So, but it's actually really, really like peaceful. Like, I listen to it at work sometimes. It's like very relaxing to listen. I also love, like, I listen to a lot of podcasts, and one podcast I really love is Philosophize This. He has like the most relaxing voice. He is so just like calm, and the way he talks is like very entertaining. It's almost like a story. Like, it's very, very entrancing. I really want to pick up on those skills and implement it into this podcast. But unfortunately, I don't know. I don't know if I'm that talented. But I nevertheless, like, I'll still rock with it. But anyway, I'm going to check out later. Make sure that you go click on my website if you want to see some more content. You can also donate there, and also see a book I wrote. And then also you can check out my music. I just released a song about a week ago with my cousins called Speak Easy. It's really hot, and you can actually find it either on my website in recents section, or you can just find it on YouTube. I think it was my last upload, so it's not that difficult to find. But that all being said, thanks for watching, and I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow.